Welcome to How to Rock Spirit's Sun Moon Alchemy series. This audio was compiled and recorded by Dustin Cormier, a Leo Ascendant Scorpio with Sagittarius Moon, born in the year of the Metal Ram. All the possible Western Sun and Moon sign combinations can be found and learned about here. This information is for educational purposes only. I do not own any of the following content. For more astrology lectures and my own Cosmic Consciousness audio lecture series, check out How to Rock Spirit's YouTube channel, where I rap about everything from philosophy and transpersonal psychology, to psychedelic spirituality, to tantric and occult mysticism, and even to Marx and Engels and the materialist sciences. See you there! Sun in an air sign. Basically motivated by intellectual concepts and social ideals. Recharges energy through social involvement and intellectual stimulation. Sun in Libra. Creative energy directed toward interpersonal relationships and initiating ideas. Needs to be recognized for impartiality, fairness, kindness, and ability to harmonize opposing energies. Radiates sociable, graceful, intellectual vitality and a refined sensitivity to beauty. Constant urge to create balance in one's relationships and lifestyle. Sense of individuality can be obliterated through overconcentration on pleasing others. The moon sign and its element. These notes are also still from Stephen Arroyo's Chart Interpretation Handbook. The element of the moon sign represents an attunement from the past that manifests automatically, a mode of feeling and being that one needs to be aware of in order to feel inwardly secure and at home with oneself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. This element and experiences related to it feed your need to feel right about yourself. By such modes of self-expression, you are satisfying a deep inner need that can give stability to your entire personality. The moon's element also shows how you react instinctively to all experiences, with what energy you spontaneously adjust yourself to the flow of life. Moon in earth signs. Reacts to changing experiences with steadiness and stability. Feels comfortable with self when being productive and working towards goals. Moon in Taurus. Reacts slowly to any experience. Maintains stability and poise when faced with outer demands. Inner contentment comes through waiting, stillness, and relating to the world of nature. Flows into physical sensations, emotionally retaining the feeling of touching and savoring the pleasures of the moment. Inner self slow to change. Retains habit patterns for a long time, which can result in stubbornness or laziness. Feels secure in unchanging, predictable situations and comfortable with all sensual stimuli. Emphasis on possessiveness and a deep need for security and control can inhibit emotional flow. The following information comes from Isabel Hickey's Astrology, a Cosmic Science, copyright 1992 by Isabel M. Hickey Trust. Moon in Taurus. Note that this is the exalted position of the moon, as Taurus rules Venus, the feminine essence, as does the moon. Strongly centered on material plane, money important, has devotion and persistence, emotions strong, much charm, beauty loving, pride and stubbornness is strong, sensitive, resourceful in difficulties, holds temper, but when they blow up, look out. Apt to be lazy. Tremendous desire for security. Desire nature strong. Good-natured and an attractive personality. Not aggressive as a rule. Fixity is not apparent on the surface. Instinctive response to all emotional impacts. In a male chart, this describes the type of feminine he attracts. She would have an attractive personality and be a loyal type of partner. Sun-Moon Alchemy. The elemental combinations of the sun sign and the moon sign. The following information comes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign Moon Sign. Copyright Charles and Susie Harvey, 1994, again in 2003. First published by Aquarian, 1994. Each sun-moon type is a combination of elements. In the following descriptions of the element combinations, please remember that the pairing can be either way around. For example, a fire-earth combination refers equally to sun-fire, moon-earth, as it does to sun-earth, moon-fire. There will be subtle differences, but the dynamic is generally the same. Earth-air combinations. This combination produces a productive, rational personality which can be both innovative and efficient. The challenge of being up in the air and down to earth at the same time is that of bringing together abstract thought with the nitty-gritty issues of getting on in the world. These two elements combine easily and make for a clear-headed, objective, and scientific approach. This is the temperament of the practical idealist who observes, thinks, plans a course of action, and then acts. American President John F. Kennedy, with his Sun in Gemini and Moon in Virgo, is an example of this combination and expresses the lunar instinct to give service to a rational, well-considered ideal in his famous injunction, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." When the sun is in earth and the moon is in air, the conscious, rational impulse is to get to grips with reality, to build, consolidate, and organize with the logical instinct to make one's efforts as humane and far-reaching as possible. There's often a dry sense of humor and a capacity to use language with adroit accuracy. The late American poet Carl Sandburg, Sun in Capricorn, Moon in Aquarius, had a talent for using colloquialisms, which is characteristic of this combination, and his view of slang expresses this down-to-earth communicative ability. Slang is a language that rolls up its sleeves, spits on its hands, and goes to work. Shadow. The earth-air individual is adept at mastering the mundane world, learning how things work and then applying their knowledge in many different and normally useful ways. They can, however, easily lose touch with the less quantifiable things of life, such as emotions. When this happens, they risk the danger of becoming dry as dust and stuck in the pragmatic, cost-effective, scientific approach. Relationships. This type enjoys communicating and being helpful, and tends to get on well with most people at a practical, social level. They will find predominantly fire and water types either alien or fascinating, but either way, the latter would enable the earth-air person to contact the more mysterious and emotional, irrational parts of their personality. The earth-air individual seeks rational rapport in a relationship, and they're very supportive and adaptable, but they need help in learning how to discover and share their feelings. Male versus female. This is a very androgynous combination, encouraging both the supportive skills associated with natural female roles and the intellectual skills of the male. The following observations about your Sun-Moon combination are drawn from insights gained from astrologer Jefferson Anderson's book, Sun Sign, Moon Sign, an observation of many different individuals. The writing itself comes from Mantak Chia and William U. Wei's Cosmic Astrology. Copyright 2012 by North Star Trust, published by Destiny Books. Sun in Libra, Moon in Taurus. Pleasure seeker. Your personality combines the mature wisdom and logic of Taurus with the fairness and restraint of Libra. Nothing bothers you more than the idea of harming a person. You always have a fundamental quality of principle and stability, but externally you may appear to be on edge as well as excitable. You have an even approach to the world, and you are kind and forbearing. You give the benefit of the doubt at all times. You have a captivating personality and an amazingly even disposition, because Venus, the planet of romance, harmony, and accord, rules both of your signs. You have an advantage in life because of your allure, tact, and compassion. If there is serious difficulty or a terrible crisis, your tranquil and self-confident presence can prevent a disaster. You love lavishness and comfort and are quite sensual and acquisitive, but you should be cautious to keep pleasure from becoming an end in itself. You always have the possibility of falling into weariness or intemperance, even though you have many gifts to offer. You are able to assume a lot of responsibility, as are all Moons and Taurus people, and you have the willpower and inner tenacity to motivate yourself to the top. Still, you can be enticed into remaining in a soft, comfortable, and anxiety-free environment. This way, you can avoid one that is high-paced. You may settle for instant satisfaction in a vocation or in an expedient marriage that provides safety and little risk, but pass up a lot of demanding opportunities. You need to get out into natural surroundings at times because of your rustic spirit. This is especially true when pressures begin to rise. You might also get away momentarily into your vibrant imagination, but make sure you do not forget to return to reality. Libra Tauruses often experience heartbreak. Sentimental feelings and emotions will take you away and warp your otherwise good judgment, and you are not as objective as other Librans. Attempt to put yourself in an objective mindset and move back now and then. As with all Venus-ruled people, you have a visual intellect and a wonderful imagination. You can easily do well in music, art, and design. Business is an additional opening for the Libra Taurus because you have a natural grasp for money and finance. Social work and public relations are good because your diplomatic nature would help you. Notes from Charles and Susie Harvey's Sun Sign, Moon Sign. Sun in Libra, Moon in Taurus. Your greatest strengths. Graciousness, practical and emotional generosity, sensitivity to the needs of others, balanced and patient commitment to justice, refined aesthetic sense and perception, abiding faith in the power of love. Your greatest weaknesses, tendency to be over-sentimental and gullible, to overindulge yourself both emotionally and materially, a proneness to get stuck in black and white moral positions, your sometimes superficial salesmanship style. Images for integration. Newlyweds go on a gourmet's tour of Italy for their honeymoon. A lecture on ancient Greek architecture and town planning.